What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and the banner is about to end. So I thought I'd give you guys my thoughts about the characters and also see if we can get some shards so that way we can get the last stone for the Samurai Showdown characters. Because as many of you know, I wasn't playing the Rush Dungeon for most of the time of this event. I wasn't playing this thing at all. I wasn't collecting the dice out of all these Rush Dungeons, and that hurt me quite a bit. Now, I have been playing it ever since I made that last video where I talked about that you really should be doing this. You really don't want to be missing out on getting a double attack stone for one of these Samurai Showdown characters because, these characters will come back in the future and you might be able to make use of that stone if you don't already have the characters at A3, A5, and you want to have that stone anyways just to level them up and make them stronger. But because it's the last day, guys, do make sure that you collect everything in all these events. Make sure that you collect everything in the tower as well. Come in your tower, collect everything that you can, right? You know the drill, right? We've done this a million times. Collect everything that you can. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the dice game, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on Haramaru Nakaruru here in a little bit, but let's see how far we can get, okay? Now, this is from scratch, guys. I haven't done this at all. This is the very first pulls that we're doing, okay? And, yeah. Now, we need to make 18 rounds in this thing in order to get the 60 shards necessary to get the double attack stone from the event. It's nice to see some rubies. That's always good. And normally I like these events. And a lot of you guys told me that, hey, a lot of you didn't even play the beginning of the Rush Dungeons. You weren't playing the first, few days or whatever. And you still easily were able to get all the rewards out of this thing. So shout out to you. That's pretty damn awesome. There was a lot of positivity actually in that video regarding that issue. So that's pretty cool. Not really an issue, but regarding my blunder, right? And that's pretty awesome. So we'll see how it works out for me. We're going to kind of speed through this a little bit, guys, and just kind of click through here a little bit really quick because, I don't want to be here all day, scrolling through these over and over and over. But, 18 rounds, 14,000 dice. I don't know, right? And it's the last day, so I'll get a little bit more dice. I'll get a little bit over 1,000 more dice. But, really depending on your luck, depends on how well you're going to do here. But if I would have been doing this from the very beginning, if I would have been playing that Rush Dungeon at the very beginning, I'm pretty sure I would have got everything out of here, right? Let me know in the comments if you've been playing everything every single day and you still were not able to get the maximum rewards out of this dice game. But I think, from the feedback that I saw, the video that I did, a lot of people did get everything. In fact, they got it early, which is pretty awesome. Come on now. 3 rounds, guys, 3 rounds. It's nice to see we're still over 10,000 dice. That's actually really good. But we don't like seeing those 3s and 2s. We want to see 6s. Oh, yay. Okay. Not bad. Man, can we get... one thing about... Oh, there's some rubies. That's nice. One thing about kind of scrolling through here really quick is, a lot of times you'll miss some of those goodies that you're actually getting. Especially like me when, making a video. But it's all good, man. It's all good. All right, AP, yay! Well, we're gonna get AP. We're down to 5 rounds, and we're almost down to 9,000 dice. So I don't know. I don't think it's looking too positive for me, to be honest. Not too positive at all. And I think I will be regretting not playing the Rush Dungeons. But like I said in that last video, it's not a big deal for someone like me. Because, the truth is, as awesome as Haramaru and Nakaruru are, they're just insane. I won't be using them because I don't have them at A5, right? I have other characters at A5. And the truth is, those characters at A5, like my A7 Rugal, is stronger than an A3 Haramaru or A3 Nakaruru. They're just stronger. He's stronger at A7, right? I already have the investment in him. I already have him leveled up. So there really is no need. And like I said, guys, with these banners, they always have these crap rates with a 0.6%. And they really should change that to 1%. They really should. I mentioned that a million times. Honestly, it would help the game. I think Netmarble feels like it'll hurt the game. Maybe their CEOs are like, no, you need to keep it 0.6%. You need to keep it low. But, those people don't really know what they're talking about. They can make a really good game, but they don't know what they're talking about because I'm telling you, whenever you instill good faith in the player base, whenever players have, feel like the game really cares about their players, players spend more money. Guys, it's just a fact. Players spend more money when they're happier with the game. And then it also means more free-to-play players would play the game. And when there's more and what games have more free-to-play players, more whales want to play that game to show off, right? It's this nice little it's a little cycle of gaming, right? The more free to players you have, the more free to play players you have, the more whales you have, the more money is spent in the game. But Netmarble, they really are wacky when it comes to these kinds of things. They don't really use any logic, right? Then they do this in multiple games. It isn't just this game. They do it in multiple games with the way they reward players for the effort they put into their characters. And it really irks me, and I think it irks a lot of players. It's like, man, you guys make such great games. We love them so much, right? But you don't want to reward us. You don't want to reward us for all this effort that we put into it. And what happens is, especially for whales, guys, I've talked to players that spend thousands of dollars in the game. They get burnt out. They're like, man, I just spent, $1,000. I got my character, I got my new Nakaruru at A7, and then here in the next banner, this next character is going to be even stronger. And then they're like, crap. Now they feel pressure to go ahead and go forward. They don't have to, guys, but that's kind of the nature of gaming. Players want the strongest characters. And when you push out characters as fast as what this game does, I mean, seriously, guys, like every 3 weeks, pushing out these, EX characters with these 0.6% rates is abysmal. And I really hate, make it like talking about these kinds of things because it is a negative side of the game. Even though it's a great game, it's a negative thing about the game, and it sucks to talk about, but it needs to be talked about. It needs to be addressed. Netmarble needs to wake up. They really do, because what they're going to do is they're going to cause the game to crash and die, and we don't want that. A lot of us that play KOFAs love fighting games. We love these collaborations. We love all these fighting franchises or even animes that might join this game. We love them. We're into this stuff, man. There's a bunch of weeboos out there, not to mention fight fans out there, that love this stuff, right? It's a niche audience. And you really need to appease to that audience no matter what game you're playing. You need to appease to them. And I just feel like Netmarble really drops the ball a lot of times with these games. Like, it just reward us for putting in the effort. If whales are going to spend thousands of dollars, or people are going to spend thousands of their rubies, whatever the case may be, you don't want them to feel like their effort has been wasted, right? They just level up a character. Like, for example, for me, guys, I got A7 Rugal, and I'm happy with what I've done. I'm happy with my purchase because he's my favorite character, which is why, again, I always say go for your favorite characters. But what if you were a player that was just, going for metas and go for the strongest characters every time? I mean, think about how they would feel, right? And I know some of you are going to be like, well, they don't have to do it. I know they don't have to do it. But you have to understand that these players support the game, okay? They support the game, right? They're supporting it. A lot of them are supporting it with their dollar. And a lot of you free-to-play players are supporting with your time that you've been saving these rubies, right? It goes both ways. It hurts all of us. It hurts all of us the way that Netmarble does this stuff. And, I keep hoping that Demo Space will be really great. But again, when every time I bring up Demo Space, I just want to go right back to what I originally said. Just bring it back to the way it was. Everybody was happy with it before. Just bring it back to the way it was. Right? But, I'm really worried they're going to change it and do some wacky stuff. And then we're going to be pretty unhappy with what we see. I mean, and guys, unfortunately, maybe with the dice after the reset, because I'm actually filming this or recording this before the reset, maybe I'll be able to go a little further, but it looks like I'm going to maybe go 16 rounds. Yeah. So we got 16 rounds, guys. I don't know if I'm going to make it. Now, I do have rubies here. Then I could spend my rubies if I really want to try to go and get these last shards. Because once I get these shards, I can get the double attack stone. And I would like to have the double attack stone. I do have Harmao at A3, and I do have that slot open. So, I'm at a point now where I'm so close. I might go ahead and do it, but I'm just going to wait till I get my extra dice after the reset, see where I stand, and just go from there. Now I want to give you guys my thoughts on both these characters. And I think it goes without saying, guys, that both of them are insane. But it does look like Nakoruru is the Kingdom Come, which is surprising. I honestly didn't think that Netmarble was going to make Nakoruru the OP character. I mean, guys, she's hit 1.4 trillion. Okay, let me say that again. 1.4 trillion on an account in guild rate. What? That is, I don't even know what to say, guys. I don't even think there's a word for it. That is vastly disgusting damage, okay? I don't even know what to say. It's ridiculous, okay? Haramaru is godly strong too. Don't get me wrong. He is. But I haven't so far. I mean, maybe there's a video out there. Maybe someone's done it. So I can't say 100% for sure. But Haramaru, you know, I mean, he's put up over 500 billion. And he probably put up more, I'm pretty sure, because that was an A5 Haramaru that I saw. He maybe could put up more. You know, I don't know his, you know, top numbers, right? I don't know. But I know he's insane, right? I mean, guys, A3 got 60 billion on this account, which is pretty nutty, right? And both of these characters with their healing passives, they're just going to be, you know, kind of foolproof for future game modes, right? They're going to be really good for probably maybe in the future demo space that comes back. I mean, truthfully, guys, a lot of times with these recent banners that we have, these characters really, really shine. Even EX Hwoarang was freaking nuts in demos because you could keep his damn hyper armor up all the time. He wouldn't take any damage and you just, you know, plow through demos if you had A1EX Hwoarang, which a lot of players didn't have. So they still had a lot of difficulty with the game mode. But I mean, guys, I mean, you know, when it comes to pulling for characters, I never know really what to say because the truth is everybody's in a different place in the game. You pull for them if you're their favorite character, right? If you're in the very beginning of the game and you're just starting out and you need a really strong character, either one of these characters is going to carry you something tremendously, even without their 3PG, right? But if they have their 3PG, they're going to be way better. If you've been playing for a good while, you're definitely going to want their 3PGs 100%, right? And if you've been playing since the original Sam Show collaboration, then you more than likely will have Haramaru's 3PG, which actually doesn't get interrupted, and you could actually skip this here if you're trying to conserve on rubies and just use his 3PG. And the set, guys, honestly, I think this set really is going to benefit these characters if they're at A5. I do have the set. I haven't really noticed much of a damage difference, but then again, my Nakoruru is only A1, my Haramaru is only A3, and I think that's where the difference is. You know, just like I tested before with the Athena set and the Rugal set, the Athena set was much stronger whenever I had Rugal at A7 versus A5. And I think it's going to be kind of the same situation with this card set right here, is that, you know, whenever you have Haramaru or Nakoruru at A5, that's when you're really going to see a damage bump from having this set, or maybe even A5 Cronin, right, with his EX core as well. So it's really up to you guys as to whether or not you want to pull for these characters. I wish you all good luck on your pulls. Hopefully you get the character you want. Hopefully you get them to the level that you want. And let me know how y'all doing in the game. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. D+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.